Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Steffy's bad news for Finn, Ridge and Brooke's relationship disintegrates. The Bold and the Beautiful week of December 16th, Ridge and Brooke's romance disintegrates. Steffy delivers terrible news to Finn. According to teasers for the week of December 16th to 20th on The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna Nozawa is highlighting their similarities and pressuring Bill Spencer to continue visiting, which may make it impossible for him to stay away. But in terms of how all of this is truly impacting Bill, B&B is leaving open a number of possibilities. Bill may be acting as though he is pulled to Luna's act, but there is also a part of him that seems to be allowing her to pull at his heartstrings. Although teasers have shown that Bill may manipulate Luna, will he be able to withstand Luna's tears? Given that Luna hasn't changed and is really dangerous, let's hope Bill isn't actually duped by her waterworks. Bill will choose how to handle this since Luna will keep trying to get his help, possibly even with her legal case. Regarding Remy Price, his darker side might be the main attraction. Since Will Spencer has been the focus of Elektra Forrester's attention, he might need to watch his back. Hope Logan and Carter Walton will take advantage of their newfound authority at Forrester Creations in the interim. Hope will be by Carter's side to assist him in putting all of his ambitious plans into action. This entails reviving Hope's line and assembling the components of the international conglomerate concept that Carter believes has the potential to achieve significant success. Naturally, Ridge Forrester and Brooke Logan will continue to disagree over Hope's impact on Carter. Even though Brooke disapproves of the takeover plot, she doesn't enjoy Ridge's accusations against Hope or the names he's been using to refer to her. Ridge and Brooke's relationship seems to be falling apart before our own eyes, so if they can't work out their escalating disagreement, things could quickly go south. Ridge and Brooke's romance may suffer more than ever before as a result of the Forrester-Logan animosity, which is set to get much worse. With all of the drama that has erupted at Forrester Creations, can this couple actually make it? John Finnegan will eventually respond to the terrible news since Steffy Forrester would undoubtedly rant to him about Carter's LLC ploy and Hope's manipulation. We'll see if Finn's confrontation with Hope and Carter is imminent as he might receive updates on the betrayal and confront the new leadership team. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, there will be some strife and mayhem during the week of December 16th to 20th. As the action intensifies, we'll share additional narrative predictions. Steffy Forrester crosses the line into unemployment. Since her debut on Bold and the Beautiful decades ago, Steffy Forrester has always had a fine dining experience. But now that Forrester Creations is owned by Carter Walton and Hope Logan, Steffy can put all of that behind her. Here are the spoilers for next week's episode of Bold and Beautiful. Spoilers for The Bold and the Spoilers: Steffy Forrester malhandles her authority. Thanks to Carter and Hope, Queen Steffy will have to learn the hard way how to respect her staff. Regardless of your opinion of Steffy Forrester, it is impossible to ignore the fact that she has been abusing her position of authority at Forrester Creations and making some dubious decisions. According to brand new spoilers for Bold and Beautiful, firing Hope Logan will return to haunt Steffy Forrester. It will not be long before Carter Walton, her employer at Forrester Creations, delivers her a dose of her own medicine. Steffy Forrester crosses the unemployment line in B&B spoilers. On the CBS soap opera, Steffy's battle with Hope appears to be the path of all evil, but winning will come at a cost. According to teasers, Steffy Forrester will be unemployed by Christmas on The Bold and the Beautiful, and there's a good chance that her new employer, Carter Walton, will be the reason. Spoilers for B&B: Steffy Forrester leaves. Another possibility is that Steffy Forrester will leave FC and decline to go back to work for Carter Walton. When Steffy doesn't receive what she wants, she appears to have a tendency to flee. Will Queen Steffy leave town once more after packing up her children? Naturally, the fashion house's financial situation is the most intriguing part of Carter and Hope's acquisition. Will Steffy have any money if she leaves her position at Forrester Creations and abandons her family and business? Will Carter manage to freeze the family's money as well? The reign of terror of Carter Walton begins. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, a new day has begun at Forrester Creations, and it was disclosed last week that Carter Walton's dubious takeover was successful. Now that he is in command of FC, Carter is prepared to leave his mark on the fashion label. Will Carter, however, abuse his position of authority and act irrationally? Here are the next events on B&B. Be prepared for spoilers. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Justin Bieber's unfavorable news. Despite his best efforts, Justin Bieber had to break some bad news to the Forrester family this week on Bold and Beautiful. Justin disclosed that the contracts are unbreakable and that they just lost control of their own business after reviewing Carter's LLC paperwork and Ridge Forrester's signature. The Brave and the Beautiful, the beginning of Carter Walton's reign of terror. Justin claims that although Steffy and Eric Forrester are furious, there is nothing they can do about it. According to B&B teasers, Carter Walton will take over as manager of Forrester Creations this week and will be keen to bring hope for the future back to life for his love, Hope Logan. After that, he will probably start moving to expand the business by buying additional businesses that he pleaded with Ridge to buy. Carter appears to be acting morally and in the company's best interests thus far. Even if he stole it and was incorrect. Will he get all the power, though? Spoilers for B&B, Carter's Waltons go wild. It is obvious that Carter Walton has gone awry. Nobody ever anticipated that he would harm the Forrester family in this way. While it is true that Carter is a good guy who will not harm the organization, is he truly a good man? Since no one ever anticipated this from him, it is impossible to predict what he will do at FC next. Carter has undoubtedly changed as a result of Hope Logan's influence. Will Carter continue to behave in the company's best interests, in your opinion, or will he eventually start causing more harm at work? Has Carter turned into a bad guy? Is Brooke going to keep her daughter safe? Wednesday, December 11th. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Will Brooke defend her daughter? According to Wednesday, December 11th, 2024, spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke is given a hard time and is unsure of what to do. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, is Hope Logan or Ridge Forrester? Having a relationship with Ridge Forrester has been Brooke Logan's top priority since college. Over the years, she has had numerous wishes fulfilled, and now she is with him. But given that Ridge now despises her beloved younger daughter, how long can it continue? Ridge used to raise Hope Logan as his own, and she referred to him as Dad. He now thinks she is this shrew who entangles guys in her web and forces them to act in ways that are wholly inconsistent with their character. Must read, spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Carter seizes power under false pretenses. Is Justin correct? Take a look at what Thomas Forrester did because he loved Hope. Carter Walton has now followed suit. Brooke must make a choice while she hears Ridge and Eric Forrester rail against Hope. Does she stand up for Hope and risk losing Ridge, or does she see that perhaps they are correct and Hope did something horrible and bad in this situation? Parents sometimes have to acknowledge their children's mistakes, even if they are grown adults. Spoilers for B&B, Will Spencer is untrustworthy? Will Spencer is unsure if Remy Price is someone he can trust. Will finds it difficult to pinpoint the exact thing about the guy that bothers him. Although Electra Forrester appears to have faith in the man, her faith may be misplaced. Will is taken aback to hear that Remy is now employed at Il Giordano and that Deacon Sharp provides for the young guy. Deacon feels compelled to defend himself when Will questions him. He needs the assistance and enjoys giving others a chance. Remy is doing well so far and doesn't understand Will's issue. Does Will have to look out for Remy after he discovers that he doesn't trust him? Remy is obviously not who he appears to be. Ridge vs. Hope, Deacon's defense, and Remy's trick. Here are the spoilers for Wednesday, December 11th, 2024's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. Fans might anticipate that Remy Price will withhold something from Will Spencer in tomorrow's episode. Deacon Sharp is forced to defend himself as a result. While Ridge and Eric Forrester are furious with Hope Logan at Forrester Creations, Brooke Logan is torn. Let's discuss what will happen in the upcoming episode of the CBS soap opera as you continue reading. Remy Price's cunning maneuver. According to Wednesday, December 11th B&B teasers, Remy continues to be dishonest. The fact that Remy keeps his plans from Will is hinted at. This apparently creates problems because Deacon is ultimately compelled to defend himself. This must therefore be related to Il Giordano. A picture shows Remy carrying a pizza box while Electra Forrester stands at her desk. As he observes the exchange, Will is off to the side and appears worried. B&B spoilers, the date of Electra Forrester. Fans may be able to hear Will and Electra discuss their next movie date on Wednesday, December 11th. It's possible, though, that Remy will sabotage their efforts. That could be what enrages Will about Remy. In support of Deacon Sharp. According to Wednesday, December 11th spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Remy might be confronted when Deacon is compelled to defend himself. Remy's problems with customers, especially a family he knows, will not sit well with Deacon. Naturally, Remy will probably think of a cunning cover tale. Perhaps Deacon should get rid of Remy. But I think Sheila Carter Sharp might intervene and persuade Deacon to give Remy another chance. But Sheila will want Remy to tell the truth. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Ridge vs. Hope, Deacon's defense, and Remy's trick. Wednesday, December 11th, 2024, spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Ridge will keep hammering Hope over the business on Wednesday, December 11th. Brooke will be conflicted about the war in the meanwhile. Although it might cost her Ridge, Brooke will feel obliged to stand up for Hope. Despite her desire to maintain harmony, Brooke will eventually have to choose a side. Will Brooke ultimately make the correct decision, or might there be unanticipated repercussions? Keep an eye out since the LLC prevents Ridge and Steffy Forrester Finnegan from firing Brooke, even if they wanted to. On Wednesday, December 11th, 2024, which storyline are you most excited to see? What do you think will happen to Will, Deacon, Electra, and Remy? How will Ridge, Brooke, Hope, and the other characters fare in the future? Is it Ridge or Brooke who breaks first? For many years, a pillar of The Bold and the Beautiful has been the enduring romance between Ridge Forrester and Brooke Logan, who fans lovingly refer to as Bridge. They have a legendary love tale that is full of passion, treachery, forgiveness, and many turns. But as their most recent chapter progresses, one question remains: who will break first? Brooke or Ridge? Their once unbreakable bond seems to be crumbling under the weight of both new and old demands, as their relationship is on the verge of disintegrating due to trust concerns, family conflicts, and unresolved resentments. The circumstances surrounding their potential breakup highlight both Ridge and Brooke's personal dynamics as well as the weaknesses in their partnership. At the core of the Forrester clan and a dapper fashion tycoon, Ridge Forrester has always been a man of conviction. His devotion to his family is a cause of conflict in his relationships as well as a strength. Even though Ridge has always loved Brooke, there are times when he can't forgive her for what he believes to be betrayals. Ridge and Brooke have recently been at odds over her daughter Hope Logan and the fallout from Hope's behavior within the Forrester household. Ridge's faith in Brooke has been damaged by Hope's participation in a power struggle with Carter Walton at Forrester Creations. Ridge believes that Brooke's unwavering support for Hope betrays both his authority within the organization and their shared beliefs. Ridge has publicly questioned Brooke's allegiance to him and the Forrester family, expressing his dissatisfaction in furious arguments. Conversely, Brooke Logan, referred to as the Logan matriarch, has consistently stood up for her family even if it means conflicting with her husband. Brooke's background is characterized by her tenacity and her steadfast devotion to her kids. Despite Hope's dubious behavior, Brooke's instinct to defend her daughter is unwavering. She thinks Ridge's attempts to hold Hope responsible for the recent unrest at Forrester Creations are unjust and that his rage is misplaced. Ridge's inability to keep his work-related annoyances apart from their personal connection is the root of Brooke's feeling of betrayal. Ridge's critical remarks about Hope, in Brooke's opinion, are not only directed at her daughter but also at her as a mother and a spouse. As their formerly solid union crumbles under the weight of numerous disputes, Ridge and Brooke's tension has escalated to a breaking point. The gap has only widened as a result of Ridge's growing alignment with his daughter, Steffy Forrester. It's no secret that Steffy despises Brooke and Hope, and Brooke feels hurt by her influence on Ridge. Given that Steffy still portrays Hope as the antagonist in the Forrester tale, Brooke sees Ridge's intimacy with Steffy as a danger to their marriage. Ridge, meanwhile, feels justified in his association with Steffy since he thinks that Brooke's allegiance to the Logans compromises the legacy of his family. The issue of who will leave first becomes more complicated in the midst of this escalating conflict. Because of his pride and strong sense of justice, Ridge might not be able to ignore what he believes to be Brooke's betrayal. He might decide that enough is enough if he thinks Brooke is putting hope above their marriage. Ridge's propensity to turn to comfort in times of crisis may cause him to revive past relationships, including his friendship, and perhaps more, with Steffy's mother, Taylor Hayes. Ridge has always found refuge in Taylor, and her new arrival in the Forrester orbit may persuade Ridge to think about living without Brooke. Conversely, if Ridge keeps siding with Steffy and downplaying her significance in his life, Brooke might reach a breaking point. After being used as a scapegoat for the dysfunction in the Forrester family for decades, Brooke may eventually lose her patience. Brooke may choose to dissolve their marriage on her own terms if Ridge's behavior makes her feel disrespectful or undervalued. Given her background of independence, Brooke probably wouldn't think twice about leaving if she thought her value as a person was being undermined. The likelihood that Ridge and Brooke will quietly drift away rather than make the separation overtly adds to the suspense. Although their love has withstood many hardships, the emotional distance brought about by their present disputes may be too great to overcome. Over time, their relationship may be weakened by minor misunderstandings, unresolved disputes, and the ongoing tug-of-war between their families. A possible split would have repercussions that would extend well beyond Ridge and Brooke. The Logans and the Forresters would already be at odds, and their offspring and extended families would surely pick sides. The already tense relationship between Hope and Steffy would worsen, with both women probably accusing the other of being responsible for their parents' divorce. As their personal problems permeate the boardroom, Ridge and Brooke's professional positions at Forrester Creations would introduce still another level of complexity. It's crucial to take into account both Ridge and Brooke's prior behavioral patterns when determining who is more likely to break first. When Ridge feels aggrieved, he has a history of acting rashly and frequently makes snap judgments that he subsequently comes to regret. This impatience can cause him to divorce his wife in a fit of rage, only to discover too late that he made a snap decision. In contrast, Brooke is more measured and frequently defends her relationships until she believes she has no other option. If Brooke were to start a breakup, it would probably happen after a time of introspection and emotional depletion. The question of who breaks first may ultimately depend on situational factors and timing. Ridge or Brooke might be pushed over the brink by an especially heated disagreement or a perceived betrayal, which would cause them to make a choice they might not have made in a more composed situation. On the other hand, an outside circumstance, like a significant crisis at Forrester Creations or a startling discovery, could compel them to act and escalate their problems. It is evident that Ridge and Brooke are facing greater challenges than ever before. Despite its longevity, their love story is not impervious to the stresses of unsolved grievances, personal pride, and familial loyalty. Their voyage will surely have a lasting effect on the bold and the beautiful, regardless of whether they are able to mend their relationship or choose to separate ways. Fans of the program find this classic soap opera saga even more fascinating as they wait to see who breaks first and what it means for the Forrester Creations universe. The start of Carter Walton's reign of terror. Forrester Creations COO and once trustworthy legal eagle, Carter Walton, has long been renowned for his composure and commitment to the business. However, recent developments on the bold and the beautiful have revealed a startling new side of Carter, one that some could describe as cunning, brutal, and frightening. The fashion dynasty is rocked by chaos and division as Carter's so-called reign of terror spreads throughout the company after he takes over Forrester Creations. What does this signify for the Forresters' future, and how did Carter go from being a confidant to being at the center of scandal and betrayal? There has been debate about Carter's ascent to power. He was the unsung hero behind the scenes for years, managing contracts, court cases, and the odd family turmoil. But he appears to have reached a breaking point due to the stress of being ignored and underappreciated. Driven by his turbulent relationships and a desire to come out of the shadows, Carter started to make movements that left everyone in disbelief, even Ridge and Eric Forrester. His purported manipulation of corporate rules, covert alliances, and personal grudges have given the impression that he is a man who will stop at nothing to get power, even if it means destroying long-standing relationships and destroying bridges. Carter's relationship with Hope Logan seems to have been the turning point in his development. What started out as a collaboration to overcome Forrester Creations' obstacles has evolved into something much more intricate and evil. Carter has fully capitalized on the upheaval caused by Hope's battles with her mother Brooke's expectations and Steffy Forrester's hostility. It's unclear if he is genuinely defending Hope or merely using her as a pawn in a bigger power struggle, but their union has made them Ridge and Steffy's top public enemy. Carter is at odds with almost everyone in the Forrester orbit because of his sudden aggression. Specifically, Ridge has been outspoken about his suspicions of Carter, charging him with treachery and destroying the family's heritage. Steffy, Ridge's daughter, has echoed these views, labeling Carter a hypocrite and pushing for his resignation. Carter, however, has remained steadfast and has maintained his position with a confidence that is almost terrifying. The speed at which Carter is destroying the Forrester family's cohesiveness and trust is among the most startling features of his so-called reign of terror. As family members are compelled to choose a side, long-standing alliances have fallen apart. The family patriarch, Eric Forrester, has been particularly conflicted. Although Carter was originally seen by Eric as a reliable ally, subsequent disclosures have caused him to lose faith in the man. If the elder Forrester chooses to come out of retirement in order to bring order back to the corporation, Eric's disenchantment with Carter may have far-reaching effects. The stakes are becoming higher as Carter continues to tighten his hold on Forrester Creations. His mettle and his morals will surely be put to the test during his first significant crisis as CEO. Rumors of dubious transactions, dubious agreements, and evasive conduct have already raised the possibility of judicial action. Ridge's go-to-fixer, Justin Barber, has been examining Carter's behavior and thinks his attempt to gain control might be precarious. Carter might be subject to legal repercussions that could put all he has worked for in jeopardy if Justin's suspicions turn out to be accurate. However, what drives Carter to turn into a villain? Is he acting out of a desire for approval and respect, or is there another motivation at work? According to some admirers, Carter's extreme actions can be the result of internal issues like an undiagnosed illness or unresolved trauma. Others think that he is deliberately trying to upend the current order at Forrester Creations by revealing the partiality and hypocrisy that have long afflicted the business. Whatever his intentions were, Carter's actions have caused a domino effect that will be hard to stop. In addition to alienating his erstwhile allies, his reign of terror has given his adversaries more confidence. Carter is unlikely to get away with it, especially from Ridge and Steffy. A bitter battle that might potentially destroy the organization from within could result from their resolve to preserve the Forrester heritage. Brooke Logan, meantime, is in a precarious situation. She is right in the thick of the struggle because of her devotion to Hope and her wish to keep Ridge at bay. Ridge and Carter both accuse Brooke of taking sides, and her attempts to reconcile the conflict have only fueled the flames. The ramifications from Carter's rule could have disastrous personal repercussions for Brooke, possibly endangering her marriage to Ridge. Beyond Forrester Creations, Carter's rule has wider ramifications. The fashion industry's power dynamics have been called into question by his actions, and competing businesses are surely keeping an eye on the drama as it plays out. Carter's actions may let rivals to enter the market and exploit Forrester if they erode the company's standing. One thing is evident when the dust settles: Carter Walton's reign of terror is only getting started. It remains to be seen if he turns out to be a powerful man who transforms the Forrester family or a tragic figure ruined by his own ambition. Knowing that their world will never be the same, the Forresters must now navigate the storm he has unleashed. Carter's ascent to power is a sobering reminder that even the most dependable allies may become the biggest threats in the world of the bold and the beautiful, where loyalty is put to the test, secrets are revealed, and power is continually changing. How much the Forresters are prepared to give up in order to stop Carter is just as much of a question as how far he is willing to go.